and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review. Now this pen is on loan to me from John at stjohnspens.com. So I'd like to really thank John for the loan of this pen for review. Now this pen will be going back to John, so I will not be keeping it sadly and unfortunately, but you'll see in a moment this is a really beautiful pen. So if I remove the outer sleeve of this box, you will see a logo here, and this is a Montegrappa logo. And just to show you there, it says Montegrappa on the box. Now, if I unbox the inner box, you'll find a much more sturdier box. This is quite heavy, a very strong hinge clasp on this box. Now, if I open up the box, you will see here Montegrappa, and this is a very lovely Montegrappa pen, and I'll show you in a moment. But first, let me remove the bed and let's take a look what you get inside. So you get a cleaning cloth, and you also get an instruction booklet, and this, it does go into, shows you a little bit of history of Montegrappa, shows you some of the pen filling systems that you have on Montegrappas, although this one isn't listed, and I'll show you that in a minute. But it also goes into care and guidance and the guarantee as well. So I think let's put that back, and we'll put this back as well. And then what I'll do is I'll remove, you get a bag with the pen in always with Montegrappa, and you can see that there it says Montegrappa with the Montegrappa logo on it. Now the pen itself is this pen, and this is a really gorgeous pen. Now, first off, let me say that this is a Chatterley Luxuries exclusive. So this has come from Bryant at Chatterley Luxuries. Now, this is an important pen for a number of reasons, and I'll tell you why. This is a series of pens that was made by Montegrappa for Bryant at Chatterley Luxuries, and this has 24 different rare celluloids that are either completely sold out or almost gone. Now, each of these celluloids are made in a run of only 10 pens. So there's only 10 limited edition pens of each of these pens. Now, this does come with a rose gold trim, which I really do like. I also like that this is the what I think Montegrappa called the Mediterraneo celluloid, and I think Chatterley have done some exclusives, and I think they just call it the blue celluloid. Now this is called the Montegrappa Legacy Extra Grande Celluloid Limited Edition, but you can see here why this pen is absolutely stunning. You can see the chatoyance there, and it's just like ocean waves. And I think that's why in past pens, I think it was Leonardo called it Mediterraneo, actually, not Montegrappa. And Montegrappa have another name for this celluloid, but this one in this range is just called the blue. Now, in terms of the pen, you see here there's a 1912 cap finial. Now, this is the year that Montegrappa was created or founded. You'll see here that the cap tapers in very heavily to the cap finial, a little bit like the extra Otto pens. And then it tapers out here, and then you have this cap band. Now, this cap band you'll see here says Montegrappa, made in Italy, and then you have this jewel here. And this is a really, really beautiful jewel to match the colour of the pen. Now, there is a little bit of a step down here from the cap band, and then you reach this gold band, and then it starts to taper in a little bit more to this gold band, and then it tapers right in to the cap finial where you have that limited edition number. So this is a really nice, you get the rocker style clip as well. Now, it does look a little bit strange having this break in the body, but I'll show you that in a little bit. So let me unscrew the cap, and you will see here a lovely number 8 size rose gold Montegrappa nib. It's an 18 karat gold nib, and if I can try and get this on camera, See if I can see. I think that says M for medium, is it? I think. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. Yeah, M for medium there. No, actually, it's a 1.1. I should have actually seen that from the nib itself, because you can see there that is a 1.1 stub. Now, in terms of the filling mechanism, it's not a cartridge converter, it's not a piston filler. But this brake here in the body allows you to unscrew the part of the body, and you have this push piston. So you push it in, you let go, and then ink will come up, and you do that 2 or 3 times, and it's basically a pneumatic filling mechanism. So that will then fill all the way up to here with ink, and it will give you a large ink capacity. So this is quite a weighty pen because you do have that steel piston mechanism there, and it does feel a little bit back weighted, I'm finding, in my hand. Can I post the cap? I can. It's celluloid. I typically don't, so I will be careful because this pen is going back to John, and this is actually a special pen for John as well. But this does feel really, really nice in the size of my hand. It's a long pen. It's not a short pen, and I can show you if I grab one of my other pens, and this is the Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove. And then if I wanted to show you with another pen, see if I can hold all of these together, that's a Bartolomeo Ferracina. So it is a large pen. It is about the same length as a Bartolomeo Ferracina. It's a lot longer than the Extra 1930. Now I'll show you that a little bit later in a comparison with my pen tray. But this really is a lovely pen. I love this celluloid. It's a beautiful celluloid from Italy. And I've got one pen in my collection with this material. It is a stunner. So I like this a lot. I think with that, should we do a size check? We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison. And then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 149 millimeters in length. The length of the cap is about 59 millimeters in length. We'll now do a length check on the body. And we are looking at about 139 millimeters in length. So this is a lengthy pen. And if you were to post the cap, this does become a bit of a wand. Even without it, it's still a long pen in my hand. Now, I think now we'll go and do a weight check. The full weight of the pen, we are looking at just under 64 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 12.5 grams. So the cap is quite light. And then the weight of the body uninked, we are looking at just over 48 grams. So it is a weighty pen. It's not a lightweight pen. If you think 48 grams, add another sort of 1.5 milliliters perhaps for the ink, then you're going to be looking around about 50 grams. So that is quite a weighty pen. But it's a gorgeous pen, and I do love this beautiful celluloid here, and I do love that gemstone to match the colour as well. So I think with that, let's go and do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have an Armando Simoni Club Bologna Extra. This is in the wild. We have an Armando Simoni Club Bologna Extra, and this is in the Arco Brown or Bronze. We have an Armando Simoni Club Bologna Extra Arco Verde. We have a Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove. A Montegrappa Bartolomeo Ferracina in shiny circles. We have a Montegrappa, this is the Chattery Luxuries exclusive, and this is the Legacy Extra Grande. We have a Scribo Fill in the Verde Prato, a Sailor King of Pen Sakura Nagar, a Sailor King of Pen Pro Gear in the Lucky Charm, and a Tatcha Miyabi Winter's Breath. So, I think let's go and do a writing sample. So, this is the Montegrappa and it's the Chatterley Luxuries. I'm just going to put Chatterley. And it is the Extra Grande. It's a Legacy Extra Grande. Grande. And it is a 1.1 millimeter 18 karat gold stub. Now, the ink in here today is KWZ. And it is a limited edition ink called Hawaii Blue, which is a beautiful ink. Now, in terms of line variation, we are getting a very wide line. Now, if I push that more, I'd say that you could easily get 1.3 to maybe, I'd almost say that's 1.5 millimeters. So this has quite a bit of flex to this nib. So even though you're starting off on a 1.1 nib, you are really, really getting a 1.5 out of this nib. Now, in terms of ink wetness, let's take a look at this. Now, this is a stub nib, so you are probably going to see a little bit less ink on the horizontals than you would on a vertical. But in this nib, you're actually still getting about the same. And the reason why I say that you would see a sort of a difference there is that the width of the nib, because it's a 1.1 nib, when you're doing the downstrokes, you're actually creating a lot more ink on the page. But this is actually doing very well. So what do I like and what do I not like about this pen? Well, this is a absolutely drop-dead gorgeous pen from Montegrappa. They really have done a lot of good work on this pen. The quality is outstanding. I absolutely love this celluloid material, the blue material here, and I like that they've matched a blue gemstone to that material as well in the cap band. It really sparkles, as you can see here. I like the size, I like the weight of the pen. I really do like everything about this pen. It's not a cheap pen though. This is available. It is a limited edition, one of 10 pens. So you can get this at Chatterley Luxuries, but as I said, it's not a cheap pen, but it is discounted. Other than that, like, I really like this pen, and honestly, I wouldn't mind picking one of these up in this material if I could. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. I'm becoming a little bit more reserved of what pens that I do add to my collection. But this is a beautiful pen. So I'd like to thank John from stjohnspens.com for loaning me this pen for review. This pen will be going back to John. This will not be staying in my collection, although I kind of wish it would. But this is a special pen for John as well. So if you want to check out John, you can check him out at stjohnspens.com or stjohnspens on Instagram. So again, I'd like to thank John for loaning me this pen for review. So that's my unboxing and review of the Montegrappa Chatterley Luxuries Legacy Extra Grande in the blue with a 1.1mm 18 karat gold nib. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.